Okay, welcome to another class on the secret history and another class on chapter 5. And today we're going to focus on phrasal verbs. And I've actually got another course just on phrasal verbs, and it actually has a book with phrasal verbs that is included in the course. It's a PDF version, but you can buy the real book on Amazon. And this book, which is very big, has more than 1,000 phrasal verbs, I'm sure. And if you aren't using phrasal verbs, you won't sound very natural, very fluent. And you can see that in chapter 5, because just have a look at the sheer number of phrasal verbs. There are so many phrasal verbs, and that shows you that natives use phrasal verbs all the time. And this is just half of chapter 5. I'm going to have to do another lesson on phrasal verbs from chapter 5 because there are so many great phrasal verbs. And I honestly think that almost every phrasal verb on the board, maybe every one, is in this book. And so it shows you that the ones I included in this book, they are the most common phrasal verbs. They are the phrasal verbs that you need to learn. Okay, so straight away we have rummage in, rummage through, and actually both are possible, although there is a slight difference. And the sentence we had, and by the way, I do paraphrase sentences, so they're not exactly the same as in the book, but some of them are, and some of them have been slightly altered, or there's a bit missing. You can see that from the ... But breathing hard, he rummaged in his pocket for a cigarette. Now, when you rummage in something or through many things, the through is usually for many things, that means you're looking in something for something. Okay, so you're looking in your pocket for a cigarette. You're rummaging in your pocket for a cigarette. And it sounds like you're doing that, you know, you're looking around for it. You are fishing for the cigarette. You are reaching for, grasping for, fumbling for. These have come up in other classes. Yeah, all these phrasal verbs have come up, they have cropped up in other classes. So when you fish for, or fumble for, or reach for, or grasp for, you are trying to get something. Yeah, you're trying to take something. And so notice, I really want you to focus on these two prepositions here. Now, you normally rummage inside something, and that's why Donna has used the preposition in here, because pocket, well, when you put your hand in your pocket, it's inside the pocket. So you rummage inside something, and that's when we use the in. But we use the through when there are lots of things, say in a drawer. You rummage in a drawer, but you can rummage through all the things in that drawer. So you might rummage through somebody's underwear if you're going through the drawer, yes? And so rummage through different things, but rummage inside something. Sometimes they're used interchangeably, but whenever you're rummaging in or rummaging through, you are looking for something, and you're turning things over, you're lifting things up to see if that thing that you're looking for, the cigarette, is in there anywhere. Okay, and you will see this verb being used many times because we do use it many times. So you rummage inside something, rummage in, but rummage through many things when you're turning them upside down and looking for something. Okay, but do remember that rummage for something is very similar to those 5 phrasal verbs. Fish for something, yeah? He fished for a cigarette, yeah? Or he fumbled for the light pull, yeah? Maybe it's a pull. You can fumble for the light switch or something like that, and it's when you're trying to find it but you're being quite clumsy in the way you're finding it. Fumbling is always quite clumsy, and if you fumble the ball when somebody throws it to you, you drop the ball. So fumble always sounds clumsy. Reach, just reach for something when you're trying to grab it. Grasp for something when you're trying to grab it.